Hello everyone, welcome to Big Sky Ballpark, home of the Grazers. They welcome the Strongmen in today for game number 66 here in Cheese League Baseball. Drill Woolmate on the mound today for the Strongmen, and Bowen Dixon gets the start for the Grazers. And Ogle Corker leads it off for the Strongmen and quickly lines out to Esperanza, who's playing right field today apparently. Brings up Dave Briefs, who's juiced. Starting to see a lot more juiced players here toward the middle of the season now. And Briefs pops that one up. And Austin is there to put it away for the second out. Brings up Langston Ali. Hot hitter Langston Ali. Grounds one up the middle for a base hit. And while we have a moment, let's take a look here. Yes, Hilldown steps in. Let's take a look here at the lefty hurler Dixon. Four-seamer, slider, curveball change. Runner goes. And safe. So Langston Ali with a stolen base. A little more of a junk pitcher is Dixon. Not a big velocity guy. Not a big accuracy guy either. 3-1 now to Hilldown. Grounded to Berg for the final out of the inning. On to the bottom of the first. Home team Grazers come up here. And good look there, Big Sky Ballpark. Esperanza leads it off. Like I said, he's playing right field today. He's typically their center fielder. And that one's lined into center field. Base hit. That's actually going to be extra bases. Ali fields it, fires it in. So leadoff double here for Esperanza. Brings up Justice Berg, third baseman. Very good speed on the bases for the Grazers. Let's take a look here at Woolmate. Velocity is a little bit higher than junk, and accuracy is a little more even in those areas. Four-seamer, slider, curveball change. So pretty much the same lineup there as he walks him. Pretty much the standard fare of a pitch selection here in Cheese League Baseball. Dallas Hatter steps in, second baseman. Batting a .188 so far this year, so like to maybe have a hot second half here. That one is hit very well, and that's going to be very gone. Where does it end up? Into the second deck. Dallas Hatter, 3-run home run, 427 feet. First homer, fifth RBI of the year. The Grazers take the 3-0 lead. Maybe my premonition is coming true there for Hatter. No outs, by the way. And quickly 0-2 on yellow. And that's way outside. And that's very high, so 2-2. Popped up behind the Strongmen dugout. And fouled into the Strongmen dugout. 2-2. And fouled off again, so good at bat here for yellow. Pops that one up. That one's foul. And got him. Yellow's down on strikes. Brings up Tony Austin, the shortstop. Hitting quite well this year for the Grazers, among the league leaders in batting average. And I think up there with RBIs too, and that's snagged by View. Nice diving stop for the second out. And Chirp Earp steps in. Chirp Earp's another one of those guys that would like to get hot the second half. That one's hit to Wood. He dives and makes the stop for the final out. Grazers get 3 though in the big 3-run home run by Hatter.
The first baseman, number 7.
So we go to the top of the second here. Brings up Casey View. And Dixon has the early lead here. That one's popped up, and let's see if that gets anywhere on the screen. No, it doesn't. So that's one out. Tucker Bauer steps in. Takes the ball way inside. And nice little curveball there for a strike by Dixon. 2-1. And popped up left field. That might drop in there. It doesn't. Earp is there to snag it for the second out. Now Milana Gomez steps in. And kind of swinging bunt there. Fouled off. 1-1. And that might have been a pitch to hit right there. And that one's tapped to Hatter for the final out of the inning. Bottom part of the order due up now for the Grazers. We go to the bottom of the second. Rasmussen steps in. He's catching today. The backup catcher for the Grazers. Grounded to Briefs, across the diamond to view for the first out. And Harley Stevenson steps in. She's looking quite tense, as is Woolmate. Grounded to Wood for the second out. Woolmate is 1-2 in the year. Dixon is 0-1. As Austin Klein steps in. Looking for that icebreaker hit of the year. Off this Grazers bench. He's grounded to Woolmate, and he throws the first for the final out of the inning. So Grazers go down in order. 8-9-1 due up for the Strongmen. Top of the third. Burnswell comes in. Third baseman. Fouls that one off. See the Grazers fans sporting their mustard yellow shirts. They're really don't know what else to call it other than mustard yellow. Rasmussen's trying to track that down. He can't. 2-2 now. Burnswell. That one's fouled off. I guess it's Triceratops yellow, we'll call it. And that one's up. 3-2 to Burnswell. And base hit into left field. So the Strongmen have a base runner here. Brings up Kai Wood, number 9 hitter. Very, very good speed on the bases here for the Strongmen. That one's popped up, though. Let's see. Esperanza's there for the first out. Top of the order now. Ogle Corker steps in 0-1. There's throw over to first, safe. Corker looks at a ball inside. See, the Strongmen fans are quite well represented today in their mustache green. And Corker walks. So, runners on first and second now. 1 out, Dave Brief steps in. Very good speed on the base pass. Excuse me, on the base pass for the Strongmen. That one's popped up. Rasmussen's going to track it down. That gets off the screen. We reset 0-2. And now 1-2 on Briefs. They throw down to second. Slides back in there, safe. And again, safe. Just work the batter. Runner goes. Oh, no. Whoa. That was interesting. He almost got him there, but he runs too fast. 3-2 now to Briefs. And lined down the left field line. Foul. 3-2. Briefs is juice, don't forget. And he's walked. So Dixon walks Briefs. Now the bases are loaded for Langston Ali, who's already 1-for-1 today with a single and is quite the hot hitter as of late. Ali's among one of the league leaders too, I believe, in batting average. And if not, he's up there. There's a strike. 2-1 now to Ali. Yeah, that one's tapped. And I think that's going to get into the Grazers dugout. Ball way outside. I think the Grazers fans wanted that one. Hit into right field. Esperanza's there, snags it on the shoestrings for the second out. Brings up Hill down. 0 for 1 today. And that one's snagged by Hatter for the final out. So the Strongmen lead the bases loaded. Go to the bottom of the third. Top of the order up for the home team Grazers. Brings up Esperanza. Led the game off with a double. He grounds out here to Briefs for out number 1. Justice Berg steps in. He walked. First time up. Shattered bat. Let's see who's there to get it. Looks like that's going to be Wood. Gets it away for the second out. Hatter at a 3-run homer's first time up, so they're going to brush him off the plate. And hits that one. But, oh! Hill down. Dives. Can't make the play. Nonetheless, she knocks it down. And Hatter just has a very long, very loud single. And Amos Yellow steps in now. And nice breaking pitch there from Woolmate. And again, that one's squibbed down to Burnswell for the final out. 5, 6, and 7 due up in the 4th inning here for the Strongmen. Dixon looks quite well out there, approaching 50 pitches as View steps in the box. Hits that one quite well. I think he just got under it though, and he did. It's Klein's there to put it away for the first out. Tucker Bauer now, 0 for 1. Bauer would be a guy to get on base. He just does not get on base a lot. He's more of a contact hitter. That one's kind of cue-balled. See that weird little spin on that one. So 2 outs now. Milana Gomez steps in. And 1-0. And she looks at a strike low on the outside plate. And now 2-1. Gomez rips a base hit into left field. So a little 2-out hit here. Strongmen trying to get something going. Class Burnswell steps in. He's 1 for 1 today with a single. And looks at a looping curveball there from Bowen Dixon. And a nice off-speed pitch there. And right up the middle. Burnswell's on. Now the Strongmen, I apologize, have 2 on with 2 outs, and Kai Wood steps in, who's 0 for 1 today.
Ball inside. That's up.
That's hit quite well into center field, but Klein is there to track it down. I actually thought that might have had the gap, but Klein was right there. So on to the bottom of the 4th. While we're at it, as Tony Austin steps in, let's take a look at Woolmate. He's at 40 pitches. And moved to neutral now. Not a lot of movement on his stats, so keep an eye on that. That one's popped up, and Woolmate's going to take it himself for the first out. Earp now steps in. And that one's fouled off. Strongmen are looking to even their record. They're currently 6 and 7, as that one has popped up, and View is right there. And there's the second out. Grazers have dropped to 4 and 7. And Strongmen have played a couple more games than the Grazers. You Grazer fans, don't worry. The Grazers have a string of games coming up. That one's hit quite well. Does that have the distance? It does. Home run. 405-foot shot. Rasmussen's first homer, second RBI of the year. The Grazers take the 4-0 lead. Solo shot there from the backup catcher. As Stevenson sets in. Grounds that one up through the right side. As I was saying, the Grazers have a string of games coming up, similar to what we have with the Steamrollers. Schedule will even out. Every team will play 24 games. No worries there. Just how the schedule works out. Don't you worry, Grazers fans. 1-1 on Klein now. And the 2-1. And 55 pitches now here for Woolmate. There's a strike. Full count. Runner goes, of course, and Wood is there to snag it for the 3rd out. Top of the order coming up for the Strongmen in the 5th inning. See if they can get something going here. String a couple of hits together, make something happen. That one's hit quite well. That is gone over the big wall out there and right center field. 444 feet. Corker's 2nd homer and 7th RBI. So the Strongmen get on the board. 4-1 the score now as Brief steps in. The guy's juiced. See if something can happen here. And that one's kind of looped into left field, and there's an out. I don't think anybody who's been juiced so far has actually made a difference. It's interesting. Langston Ali steps in now. Got a couple of juice players now, I think about it. No one's really done anything. Grounded to Hatter for the 2nd out of the inning. Hilldown steps in now, 0 for 2. And Hilldown's really been having a good season. 341, 3 homers, 10 RBIs. I mean, just a very, very good showing for her. And that one's grounded to Hatter. For the final out. Going now to the bottom of the 5th. Esperanza steps in. He's 1 for 2 today.
Ball inside. That's inside.
And Esperanza hits one right to Hilldown for the 1st out. Grazers started off strong. They started the season very strong. They were at the top of the Cheddar division. Right there with the Rampage. They've kind of fallen off as of late. Maybe if they get a string of games together here, be able to turn things around. 3-0 now in Berg. And Woolmate walks him. So Berg is on. I do recall Berg is quite a good runner too. No, he's not. Never mind. Dallas Hatter steps in, 2 for 2 today with a homer and a single. That one's popped, but Hilldown is there to put it away for the 2nd out. Yellow now steps in. He lines out right to Briefs. That's how the 5th inning ends. 5, 6, and 7 due up for the Strongmen here in the top of the 6th. Casey View steps in. View's one of those hitters. He should be a much, much better hitter than he is this season as he pops that one up. And Berg camps under it for the 1st out. View is should be hitting much better, especially as from your first baseman. So we're actually going to have a pitching change here. Holloway comes in out of the Grazers bullpen. They pull Dixon. His stats weren't looking too bad, so there's something else going on there. And Holloway immediately strikes him out. Maybe they're looking for that lefty-on-lefty matchup. That's possibly what they're doing here. As Gomez steps in. She's always a threat for a home run. 2-1 on Gomez. 3-1 now. Good hitters count. And they walk her. Gomez, I believe, is the current home run leader in Cheese League. That brings up Burnswell, who's 2 for 2 with 2 singles today. He's having himself a good game. Kind of needed that, too. Hitting 222. And that one is popped up. Holloway camps under it for the final out of the inning. Austin Earp and Rasmussen up for the Grazers in the bottom part of the 6th. And Woolmate's still out there working away. You see his stats have kind of dropped a little bit. It's 68 pitches now. So he's still working away. And there's a strike. 3-1 now to Austin. And working back, 3-2. And that one's hit quite well, but Corker's there for the first out. And Earp steps in. He's 0 for 2 today. I like Earp's ruby red cleats. I like that very much. And got him. He tied him up. Kind of had him chipping there on the inside part of the plate. Brings up Rasmussen, who's 1 for 2. He had a homer his last time up. And that one's way inside. And that one's grounded 2 briefs for the final out of the inning. Let's see if the Grazers can put it away here. 9-1-2 due up for the Strongmen.
The second baseman, number 17.
Holloway stays in the game. And that one's grounded foul from Wood. And there's a strike. Whiffer and K-Man both activated, so let's see what happens here. And get something to pop up. Hatter's there for the first out. Top of the order now. Corker steps in. He had a home run his last time up. And he hits that one very well. That's an extra base hit. Oh, maybe not. Klein plays that really well. Off the carom there. Kind of picked up speed after it hit that wall. That was interesting. So Brief steps in now. It's Corker on first. Corker runs well, but bad jumps was activated. 1-1 now on Briefs. That was grounded right to Holloway. Gets the sure out at first. And that brings up Ali, who's 1 for 3 today with a single. And the Strongmen are down to their final out. And there's a strike. 0-2 now on Ali. K-Man activated. And ooh, that looked like a good pitch. That one's hit. Oh, Hatter's there. Snow cones it for the third out. And there it is, folks. The Grazers win. They were looking for that. They, like I said, they have fallen off a little bit, so they improved their record to 5-7. The Strongmen fall to 6-8. Let's take a look at the lines. 1-6-0 for the Strongmen. 4-5-0 for the Grazers. A lot of offense. Been seeing a lot more pitchers duels lately, I feel. That's what it seems to me. Strongmen on their side, in terms of offense, Corker had a good game. 2 for 3. He had a walk, a home run, an RBI, and then Ali 1 for 4. It's nice to see Gomez get a hit, and also Burnswell. Burnswell needed that. He was 2 for 3, ups his average a little bit. On the Grazers side, Esperanza had a hit. Hatter, big game, 2 for 3, a 3-run dinger. Rasmussen had a good game, also had a home run, and Stevenson as well. So, like I said, not a lot of offense. Dixon gets the win, improves his record to 1-1, drops his ERA to 2.65. Woolmate gets the loss. He's 1-3 now on the season. His ERA jumps to, or goes to 5.82. I don't know where it was to begin the game. Actually, I think it was camping right around 5 anyway. And Holloway gets the save, his second save of the year. And I don't believe he's even their closer. Let's take a look at the top 3 players. Dallas Hatter, of course, with the home run, 3-run homer. Corker gets the nod there from the Strongmen, 2 for 3, homer, RBI, and a run. And then Rasmussen, backup catcher, 1 for 3, homer, RBI, and a run as well. That's how game number 66 ends here, folks, on Cheese League Baseball on Geek Cheese on YouTube. If you like this video, please do hit the like button, the thumbs up button. If you want to get more Cheese League Baseball action, subscribe to Geek Cheese here on YouTube, and be sure to follow us on Twitter. Twitter at geek_cheese. That's where you get all of your Geek Cheese news and Cheese League baseball news. And yeah, we got lots more action coming for you. Still much more baseball to come. Thanks so much for watching. Have a good one. Grazers win. Bye.